Operation 4, Mission 1. We're up to Linchpin. That's the name of this new operation. Like with every operation, we have a new FMV for you.
Incoming transmission.
You've made progress. But with the clan Orbital guns still in place, our main invasion force will be taken apart before it can even land. You must silence those guns. Partisans have been able to locate several emplacements, but the clan also use mobile guns, which are constantly moved to avoid detection. The mobile guns must be found. Until they are taken out, we cannot attempt our assault on the starport. Now, the bad news. We made quite an impression. The Jaguar have mobilized fresh companies of heavy and assault class mechs in your honor and more elite pilots. So the party is over. I'm downloading your objectives and battalion is standing by. Out.
Party? Oh. I think there was a bug at the end. Party's only just getting started. If they weren't pissed at how many of their mechs I took out in the last mission, at their embarrassing defeat of Affendale, they're really gonna be upset after this one. So this is the one mission in the game where you're actually gonna buy this dinky, stupid, cheap, or Pegasus. Looks like a fluff ball. This thing's a piece of crap, I tell you. Where is it? Is it not even... They put it at the bottom? All it has is 3 short-range missile packs and a vehicle sensor. That's it. It's worse than a commando, but you'll notice that's all we get. 15 tons. So this is the most covert mission in the game. You don't get a single mech. Well, you have to get to the mech first. But when you drop, you get 15 tons. That's it. I don't know why they give you 3 slots. You kind of need Pegasus. The only other thing to spend your weight on would be the Swiftwind, and you have no reason to get it because it just has a vehicle sensor, which this thing has anyway. And if I slot a Swiftwind, then it's going to take up 5 of the 15 tons, and then I can't get the tank. So there's absolutely no reason to get the Swiftwind. It's either hover tank or 3 Swiftwinds for 3 radars I don't need when this thing has the same radar. Now this one actually has a double title. Capture Masakari, destroy orbital guns. So I was typing these in the title description of each video. I guess I'll just use a comma here. Or maybe the and sign. Link up APC with Masakari, then use Masakari to complete Objective 2. Destroy orbital guns. We get some artillery strikes, but other than to fight before you get the Masakari, it's not really useful. You might actually try and dump those on some of the enemies here if you're having trouble. The FMV, by the way, I think that was addressed directly to me. It says from Colonel Reese. Did all the other ones say that? I can't remember. I don't know. Battalion intelligence have outdone themselves on this one, Commander. The location of 2 of the fixed orbital guns that harassed us during our landing have been pinpointed, but they are so far behind enemy lines that no large-scale combat drop is feasible into the area. Intelligence is confident, however, that a small-scale stealth drop could go initially undetected. Fortunately, intelligence has also discovered that a Smoke Jaguar Masakari Assault Class Omni-Mech is undergoing field repairs in that area. You have not seen one of these yet. It's an 85-ton assault mech, Planner. Now, Vixen's gonna love that thing. I was gonna give it to Lynx, but he can't be here today. He's out sick. We have no available battalion transport, but we have commandeered a civilian cargo plane that can airdrop up to 15 tons of combat vehicles. So we don't even have a dropship for this mission. They're giving us a cargo plane. You really know it's desperate when they say you're getting a cargo plane when you're used to a dropship dropping mechs. That's why it's at 15 tons. At the drop point, your vehicle will be met by an APC carrying Firestorm, one of our best pilots and qualified to pilot the Masakari. He's basically an elite. Like Mystique and Falcon, you're going to get him for free. So if you've been worried that you don't have enough pilots, developers have heard your pleas and they're going to give you a free elite, and they're going to put him in the best assault mech in the game. Although there's only 3 assault mechs, he's basically the best mech in the game if you're looking at, you know, weapons. Not as armored as an Atlas A, but better in every other way. And it's 15 tons lighter, so it helps you drop weight limits. Just get the APC near the Masakari, and Firestorm should be able to bring its systems online in seconds. Then get him to the orbital guns and have him take them out. You're starting with 15 tons of vehicles on this mission. Clan aerospace spotters as well as light mechs have been reported in the vicinity. Partitions in the area. The hell's a partition? Wait, aren't those the things with SRMs? Or those harassers? Find the area. Oh, I think those are people. Partitions in the area also report the enemy has mined the road leading to the Masakari. Well, we're not taking the road. You have some artillery strikes to take the mines out, or you could just go around them and not take the road. I'd say good luck, but that probably wouldn't cover what you need on this one. We got the skills to pay the bills, don't worry. So basically we start here. We need to get through a clanner-controlled town of whateverville, and our nice juicy assault mech is over here. So what I used to do when I was a kid is I took a logical... When I first played this mission, I got killed a few times when I was like 10 years old, because I would just try and go through the city. We'd get slaughtered. There's too much stuff to fight. All you get is a tank. I was like, what the fuck are we supposed to do? So after a few embarrassing failures, I got the smart idea to just... I was a problem-solving kid. I would try to just start coming down here, and I would blow my way all the way through these trees to get to the railroad, and then go around. So it really taught me that brute force is not always the way to go, especially in this game. So this is what an RTS is supposed to be. Newer RTS games where you just build like 200 units and attack move to the enemy base, that's shit. This is an RTS where you need to use one's brain and actually try to avoid enemies on the map, because there's too many enemies for you to fight. But I won't be taking this route because it's actually not the smart route. So when I was a child, I wasn't taking the best route. There's actually a much thinner line over here. So we're going to try to shoot our way through here, get out of that city, and then come up and get to the base. Now these vehicles do not get experience, so fighting is not the objective here. We just want to get through. All we're concerned about is getting through as fast as possible and running the hell away. Our only priority is to get to the mech and just get to the mech alive.
Prepare for combat.
So this is what we get. Got another APC. No mechs. No mechs, no pilots. Let's do it. Now the developers weren't too cruel. I mean, they didn't put a ton of mechs in this area. It's mostly vehicles. I don't think this city area has a single mech. I think it's just vehicles, and maybe I saw an elemental. We need to pay attention to our sensor here. That's going to try to help guide us. We don't want to fight anything if we can avoid it. So you see, an ECM would be nice here. Enemy vehicles don't have sensors except for the Swift Wind, so that's going to help us avoid them. want to avoid as much as possible. Alright, let's keep moving. This thing has a huge shrink range because there's no sensor skill on the vehicle.
We have a new contact.
I think that thing just saw us. I think they both saw us. Alright, look, let's just run. Time to run for it. Ah, nice, you shot that fucker. Their swift winds made us. Yeah, they're bringing in the artillery. We're just getting the hell out of here. As long as they don't catch us, we're good. I want to shoot through this.
Yes, sir.
This is our tree line right here. And here they come. We need to move. He's gonna airstrike as soon as he gets to us.
Yes, sir.
As long as we keep moving, he can kill both of us in one airstrike. So you can fail, like, immediately if they hit you. Don't worry about fighting them, just run the hell away. When I took the south route, I would actually dodge around. I would fight one of these things. When you take the south route and you go through the longer path, you have to fight one of these, but if you just dodge around, you can kill it. So that was my strategy back then. I still remember because of how much I played the game back then. So what I would do is just keep moving and like run around in a circle until we shot it to death, and the airstrikes would never hit us. And if you do it right, you could actually run him into a wall or like the river, and you could get him to airstrike himself. That's real tricky though, that didn't always happen. Look at that. Look at that fucker.
We have a new contact.
Oh, we're being shot at. We need to turn on our mech.
We can't get there this way.
Oh boy.
Mission objective.
There we go. We're live.
The enemy is engaged.
Alright, let's fight. We'll have our vehicles help. We got Firestorm.
Yes, sir.
Small bit of trivia, but Firestorm is also the name of the expansion, Tiberian Sun. Tiberian Sun Firestorm. And that's one of my favorite RTS games.
Yes, sir.
It's not just MechCommander though, I like also like the first 3 Command & Conquer games. They were all my favorites.
Firestorm. Enemy 12.
So I had a pilot, I was playing MechCommander, and I had a pilot named after my Tiberian Sun expansion.
Enemy is engaged.
Although I'm not sure which came first. I think this game was out before that expansion was released, actually.
Order acknowledged.
Alright, so
Firestorm. Sir, building captured.
this guy is serious business. Here's his skills. Let's see.
Sir, refit complete.
Compared to Vixen, he's not as good of a shot, but he has a higher sensor skill. So, the sensor skill, by the way, that reduces how much you decay when you move. So, you can see his skill is through the damn roof. That means that when he moves, his mech won't have as much of a decay as everyone else. At least that's what it should do. I'm trying to move him so you can see it. It still shrinks quite a bit. But when you look at the tank, like you see how small that gets? The tank has no sensor skill at all. It's 0. So you see the range? It shrinks to like 1/3 when it moves. Because it's shit. And his doesn't shrink as much when he moves. That's what sensor skill does. So let's do the objective. So we got an 85-ton assault mech. Not
This route is blocked, sir.
the W and the J out armor the Atlas variants, but the Atlas A has more armor than the Masakari A. But all 3 of the Masakari variants have more speed, and the J has more jump jets, and all 3 of them have more weapons too. So if you just get a Masakari A, it's basically better in every way over the Atlas.
The enemy
Being
is
shot at.
Copy that, sir.
Look at this guy's guns. This
This
is
is Firestorm. Enemy crawler destroyed.
Mad Cats aren't scary anymore once you got this bastard. 2 Clanner ERPPCs. These are Clanner ones, which I don't think I've had up until this point. He's got a small amount of missiles.
Reporting vehicle destroyed.
Supporting weapons, really. These are his main
Taking
guns.
enemy fire. If you can't take the heat.
He can't take the heat. Well, no one can take 2 shots
Enemy
from,
crawler destroyed.
you know, double ERPPCs. He's got large pulses, medium range, and 2 Clanner flamers if you get in his face. Nice range of weapons. He is serious business. And he took a headshot. He just lost a bar of life. Well, I don't care too much if you get scratched up. We'll just give the mech to Nixon. I wanted to give this mech to Lynx, I tell you. This was going to be like his elite gift when he got to elite. Because Lynx had jump jetting skill. Well, this guy has more. Because he freebeat it. But when Lynx got up to elite, this was going to be his mech. His J assault mech. That was going to be sweet. Still a little upset.
I have a new sensor trace.
I'm trying to move on.
Understood, sir.
Our vehicles can't follow us from this point on.
The enemy is
There's actually the orbital guns we have to take out. They're on a cliff.
enemy crawler destroyed.
They're on a cliff up here, so we actually cannot. They're getting in our face. Now get away! I got PPCs.
Can't take the heat.
Yeah, here we go.
Copy that, sir. I'm taking
Goddamn boulders ran up in my face. Pop. There he goes.
Acknowledge.
I haven't followed an ejection pod in this LP, but if you follow it, they actually keep going until they go off the map. Like it'll go all the way to the top of the map, I think.
This is Firestorm. This
Now we
route is
salvaged
blocked,
one.
sir.
Whatever. I don't care about that. Alright, so this operation revolves around getting orbital guns. We need to get rid of orbital guns because they shoot at dropships coming to the planet. There's going to be a few. We'll just shoot these. There's going to be a few missions dedicated to getting rid of these. And they come in a few different versions. There's mobile orbital guns, which are on wheels, so that the clanners can keep moving them. Oh, you want to shoot at me, huh?
The enemy is
With your little missile turns.
Yes, my fire.
You've got like an LRM-10. Pow.
Sure, that last shot hurt me pretty bad.
Oh, come on, you got hit again?
Copy that, sir. I'm taking enemy fire.
He's gonna have to miss the next mission now, even though he's barely done anything. But we do have Vixen to take the mech, so.
Copy that, sir.
If another elite's in the store, maybe we can get 2 that way.
Copy that,
Enemy
sir.
components captured.
Sir, building captured.
Enemy components captured.
Firestorm. Sir, building captured.
Right, is there any...
This route is blocked, sir. This is Firestorm. Sir, building captured.
Oh, I guess that's the only salvage. I didn't bother to scout west, though. Let's see, I don't know if you want me to vision cheat or not while I'm recording. You know what, I guess I'll do it this time since I haven't done it before. So what I normally do before I record is let me just run it back to the repair bay. So I scout the maps. I don't want to waste time practicing an entire level if I don't have to, so what I normally do is I just drop into mission, and then I do this.
New equipment available.
So this is how I scout the maps without wasting time. You can see everything. I don't do this while I'm playing the map, while I'm recording it, but I scout it this way, and it saves time. It's not really cheating, because if I pre-played the map and just ran everywhere, I ran all over the place, it would accomplish the same thing. I would scout the map. But by vision cheating, before I start recording, I can get an idea of what I'm up against. I forgot to check this area though, so I wanted to know what was over here. So I figured I'd show you the code. This is the only code that I've used in this LP, and I've only used it when I wasn't recording to scout the maps and just mainly save time so that I could spend more time recording and less time practicing. Once I turn it on, I can't turn it off, by the way. So you see, this is how you scout a map without wasting time scouting the map. So just use the vision cheat, then after you've had a look around, restart the level.
Understood, sir.
You can argue that you're not supposed to do that, but it would be no different if you started the level and then ran all over the map scouting around and then restarted. Either way, you're going to know where things are,
Sir,
so
refit completed.
I just do it to save time. So then I can spend more time recording, and eventually it'll be more time on the next game. And this is the only time I've done it while recording. I did it mainly to show you the vision. So you see, if you take the main route here, you run right into this ambush, and that's really bad because these two guys have SRMs. There's another guy there with an SRM. See, aerospace spotter, and these guys followed me up here and they got hit by the train. There's actually a train that goes up the map eventually. It's on some kind of timer, so if you take too long, the train can catch up to you. You need to beat the train. If it runs into you, it will immediately blow up on the vehicle. So it actually, while we weren't looking, it crashed into this dumbass who sat here. So the train engine will explode on the first vehicle it hits and take you out. So now the train is stalled. And his dumbass sitting there got run over. Let's complete the mission. So this is a relatively short one. If you use the repair bay, you have no repair bill, but I don't think they're going to pay us much. And we got another elite and a fully stocked clan mech with 2 ERPPCs, which are arguably the best weapon in the game. Very hard to get those. You get 2 off this mech. The only things that you can get those off of, I believe, are Mad Cats and Masakaras. I don't think any of the other heavy mechs have one. Destroy orbital guns, okay. I don't know if the Loki or the Thor has one. I don't remember their builds.
Order acknowledged. Copy that, sir.
Alright. That's what we're talking about. He's in that perfect range. He can fire all his weapons from here.
Mission objective complete. Mission
If you're too far away, you can't use your short. If you're even farther away, you can't use your medium. But if you're too close, you can't use your long. And if you're even closer, you can't use the medium. However, there's a certain point where you can stand, where you can shoot all 3 weapons. And so that's nice. That's what he was doing on the turn. The pilot automatically went to that range to do that. And look at that, a 3rd ERPPC. We just salvaged a clan ERPPC from one of those. So they basically gave you 3 for free on this mission, along with 20,000 credits. Oh yeah, I was confused by the numbers of 20,000. Not very much money, but you don't have a repair bill, so it's actually higher. And he got full skill across the board. He had no competition. And it looks like he'll have to replace Lynx because we lost Lynx, and he's got good jumping skill as well. So this was a short one, but that's how we're starting off Operation 4 with Covert Mission. It will get heavy though. When we get to by the end of this operation, we're going to have to be fielding some assault mechs. I already have an Atlas. I might buy an Awesome, and now we have a Masakari. This thing is better than the Atlas, and it's 85 tons, so it's nicer on our drop weights. And that's the main reason to use clan mechs. Since they're better than the Inner Sphere version, you're saving weight. It's better to bring a Hunchback Mark II as opposed to a Centaurian. You know, it's better to bring a Vulture as opposed to a Catapult or even a Jaggermech. And when we get the Thor and the Loki, they'll be even better. And I'd rather bring a Mad Cat over a damn Awesome, to be honest, or even an Atlas, because the amount of efficiency for the weight is so good. That's another mech. It means you'll be able to bring another mech. All right, 25 minutes. That's a nice time. See you in the next mission.